KTLA+. Download it free today.
The battle to Warner Brothers Discovery. As Paramount launches a hostile takeover bid in an effort to beat Netflix. Thanks for joining us for the KTLA 5 News at Noon. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Lou Parker. The blockbuster acquisition deal between Netflix and Warner Brothers is now being challenged.
Yeah, Paramount is shaking things up with an all-cash offer. KTLA 5's Lauren Lister here in the studio now with the latest. Lauren?
Yeah, Glenn and Lou were the co-CEOs of Netflix at a conference in New York addressing the Paramount hostile takeover bid, calling it entirely expected and saying, quote, "We have a done deal," meaning Netflix and Warner Brothers. This according to multiple reports, and after Paramount announces they'll go straight to shareholders to try to acquire Warner Brothers.
On Wall Street, where cash is still king, we're offering shareholders $17.6 billion more cash than the deal that they currently have signed up with Netflix. And we believe when they see what is currently in our offer, that that's what they'll vote for.
Paramount bid is $30 per share in cash. They claim they have faster regulatory certainty to close as well. In a press release, Paramount reports submitting 6 proposals of 12 weeks to Warner Brothers. Ended up beating them out. Now they're trying this new tactic. Unlike Netflix, Paramount's deal includes an offer to buy WB's cable TV assets. Ahead of this development, last night, President Trump attending the Kennedy Senator Honors, weighing in on the Netflix-Warner Brothers deal.
Well, they got to go through the process, and we'll see what happens. It's Netflix is a great company. They've done a phenomenal job. Ted is a fantastic man. I have a lot of respect for him. But it's a lot of market share, so we'll have to see what happens.
The president praising Ted Sarandos there, that's CEO of Netflix, but also indicating the two companies combining could be a problem given their size. Whoever acquires Warner Brothers stands to gain properties like Harry Potter, HBO Max, and the DC universe, concern following the Netflix deal also about what it could mean for movie theaters. Executive editor of Entertainment Trade Variety saying neither deal would be good for Hollywood or consumers.
What does this mean to consumers? It's probably not great on both sides. And what does this mean for the industry? Again, not great no matter what. Jobs are going to be lost no matter what. If Netflix takes over Warner Brothers or if Paramount takes over Warner Brothers, they're both going to be looking for efficiencies, and that means cutting yet more jobs. That probably means less production. And it's just not good for Hollywood no matter what.
New this hour, the Directors Guild of America in a statement saying, as with Netflix, Paramount's expected hostile bid for WBD raises significant concerns for our members and the industry. As we did with Netflix, we'll be reaching out to Paramount to share our concerns and understand their plans for the company. In a press release, Paramount says its offer is scheduled to expire at 5 p.m. January 8th unless it's extended. Street Warner Brothers Discovery have been at 4% on the news. That's the latest. Lou, to you.
Lauren, thank you. Also this afternoon, the line getting longer outside of a shop in East Hollywood for the movie Marty Supreme. People have been lining up since last night. Now, merch for the upcoming film starring Timothée Chalamet has been going viral. The $150 windbreaker that resells for far more online after A-list celebrities were spotted wearing. The 4-hour pop-up doesn't open until 4 p.m. today, and the movie doesn't come out for another few weeks. Marty Supreme hits theaters on Christmas Day.
How are they going to have time to get all those just 4 hours?
Yeah,
they're not.
Great question.
Yeah, that's going to be fun to watch today, isn't it? Hopefully we send someone. Outside, the weather's nice for everyone waiting in line. Sunny skies, warmer weather. Will even be above average at the coast this week. Right now, on this Monday, it is 72 in Redondo Beach, 74 in Long Beach, 80 in Riverside, 59 degrees in Palmdale. Here's what we're expecting for highs this afternoon. 69 for Lancaster, 76 for Newhall today, 79 in Burbank, 84 for Woodland Hills. Along the coast, 72 for Manhattan Beach today, 80 for Bell, 79 here in Hollywood, 80 in Santa Ana today, and Inland Empire, 80 for Riverside. Back to you.
All right, developing news from Reseda, where one person after an officer-involved shooting.
And this all happened outside of a 7-Eleven store. KTLA 5 Aaron Myers has the development in Reseda.
The LAPD tells us the suspect was armed and died here at the scene. You can see the LAPD command post there in the distance. located at Sherman Way, Geyser Avenue. We can get into some video from earlier this morning, though. You can see a large police presence at the scene. What we know is that just after midnight, officers with the LAPD responded to the 8 and 900 block of Sherman Way near Wilbur for an assault with a deadly weapon suspect. The LAPD, when officers arrived, they requested help and set up a perimeter, the suspect armed with a handgun. A helicopter was brought in and helped guide officers on the ground location, finding him near a 7-Eleven Sherman Way. Officers confronted the man, and that's when an officer-involved shooting occurred. The suspect was struck by gunfire and died at the scene. Sky 5 was overhead early this morning as well. You can see a tent where the body was and the medical examiner. This suspect identity isn't known, as are still trying to determine what led up to the assault with a deadly weapon, and saying there is a victim talking to. They're also looking at to see what happened up to the officer shoot.
We'll have body-worn video review as well as video in the area for witnesses and the caller themselves to determine exactly what transpired before the officers on scene.
We're told no officers were in this incident. No one in the community was hurt either. Anyone with any information is encouraged to contact the LAPD. Reporting here in Cedar, I'm Erin Meyer.
Developing news in Palms, where a man has been found dead in an SUV. Happened this morning outside of an auto shop in Boulevard from the Sony Pictures lot. The victim believed to be a man in his 40s, found in the head. Circumstances of the shooting are unknown, and a search is on for fact.
An emergency building is underway at Community Beach because 100 years leaking and in
KTLADT Bureau now in developing Chip.
Yeah, Glenn and Lou, this is not the type of thing you expect to see in a neighborhood like this. This is a beach neighborhood, but you have an oil drilling operation going on right behind me. Let's video show you how close we are to the Balboa Peninsula here in Newport Beach. And from the beach, you can actually see this oil drilling operation going on. Why is it going on? We touched on it a moment ago. A little while earlier this year, there was some oil found to be seeping into some, at least the homes here. This is near 36th and Marcus in Newport Beach. Firefighters later discovered in October that there was some methane there. So they did an emergency evacuation at that point. They put in some filters, ventilators. They got that shit under control, but they decided it was an emergency. They got a state agency involved that's involved in finding these orphan oil wells and catching them, do things like this. So involved. They're running this drilling operation. They're trying to get underneath one of the homes here. They discovered that there was an abandoned oil well hundreds of feet under one of these homes. So now they're trying to drill down and let's show you a graph just got from the city a little bit ago. Gives you an idea of what they're trying to do. They can't obviously drill through the hole. So as you can see from that graphic, they're going to have to drill down, then go at an angle and try to get to the area. They want to cap it, put some cement in there, and cap that well up. A little earlier, we heard his utilities director about how things are going.
We've started drilling, so the plan is to intercept old oil well casing. And so key points, 2 nights we've started drilling. Right now, we're using some special magnetic equipment to try to locate underground the exact metal casing.
Now, these are small streets. It's a large inconvenience for folks who live around here, but the city thinks they got to get this done, obviously. Reasons they're going to be working, they say, 24/7 over about the next 9 days and hope to have it done within that 9-day period. For now, reporting here in Newport Beach, I'm Chip Yost, KTLA 5 News.
All right, thank you, Chip. Still ahead on the KTLA 5, more of your top stories,
including a warning about holiday hazards. Officials demonstrate how easy